time to fucking shine, no time for rewind. Time to plan ahead, think with my head, fight with my pen. Tell y'all about my life is sin. It's not pretty, but it shaped the man I am today. I thank God for the route I went. Just hope before I die I'm heaven sent, cause I've done a lot of evil shit. I'm really a good dude in a bad environment. Good kid, Mad City. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. My only dream is to make it forward, have my place among the stars. I've been through hell, never back, cause I'm still in hell trying to find my way back. All I need is time, put my soul in these rhymes. Time to make a change to real hip-hop. I won't stop till my body drops. I said I won't stop till my motherfucking body drops.
Slip through our fingers and we wasted away. Comparisons to money, it ain't enough in the day. And it could be an obstacle that gets in our way, or it could be a blessing in our struggle for change. You could serve it, or it could serve you. You could beg it to rewind, but only forward and move. Or it could stand still when you find a love that's true. And if it gets too hard, it makes you old in your youth. And the more that we're given, the less that we have. It feels longer in the strife, and it's quick when we last. You can't hold it forever, no matter how hard you grasp. And no matter what you're going through, it too shall pass. The difference between loving what you do and being stuck in the grind, it can make you feel shackled, or it can unbind. Even though it holds its power, it's all in your mind. So ain't a place you can go where you'll escape time.
In essence, growing up an adolescent, had to learn quick the ins and outs of the shit. Mesmerized every cut just in case police try to gather me up. Every day is hectic, trying not to get checkmate. Many men wish death upon me. While you wasting time, I'm using mine to succeed. Time and time again, we made promises we never keep, but I promise never to stop till I reach my dream. Eventually the pieces will fall into place. I just have to have patience and wait. When time comes, maturity. Educate your mind, especially if you're a minority. They wanna keep us down, but times have changed, and every day I pray for a better day. Time is kind to no one, so take the time to express your love to your loved ones. Amen.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Two eyes open, mind clear. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube edition of the E for Eternity show, in which which is also going to air on Facebook today, providing I get it posted enough on YouTube to get it fastly aired on Facebook. I'm just going to do it as quick as I can get it right to where it has to go. Because my schedule is so like ass backwards. As soon as I let everyone know I have something available for people to watch and see, because it's not live. There's no need for an event page. There's no need for anything really legit as far as to let everyone know there's going to be a live show to listen to until September comes. So until September event comes for when I actually start doing my September blog talk show, so we can discuss the September the 11th broadcast, which I hope to do on September the 11th. Until that time, I'm just going to be doing shows on YouTube just to get momentum built, just so I can say, yes, I'm doing something. So those particular shows, like the YouTube shows, I won't build event pages for. I'll just post them on YouTube, let everybody know on Facebook that they're there, just by posting them. So because if they want to, and if people want to watch them, I'll be there for people that want to watch them to see. Because people also have their own movements they do. People also have their own stuff and issues they want to raise on their own that don't want to use the E for Eternity show. They want to do it their way. And it's their right to do it their way. They have their own connections. Even though we're all in this fight together, everybody has their own groups and own cliques that they feel connected with. And that are their cliques and feel most comfortable working with. That is perfectly alright, and in a free society that is meant to be free, under no circumstances should that be said to be wrong. I'm totally for free market as far as freedom to work with whoever you feel comfortable working with. And I think discrimination lawsuits, as far as, it depends on how you look at it and who you ask. Now, discrimination we shouldn't have, but if discrimination versus making someone feel so uncomfortable that they either have to do something or you're going to threaten a discrimination lawsuit on someone, if you're going to force it, if forcing a discrimination lawsuit on someone means you're going to sue them unless they do what you want, well, I don't see how that's even right. But our discrimination lawsuits had not done so much. I mean, our laws are supposed to be equal for everybody. Anyway, so before I get on the topic of the gun debate, what I want to say, it's okay to have discrimination lawsuits, but when the discrimination lawsuits themselves infringe upon the rights of others to where not only are they already uncomfortable, but then they don't already want to work at that place, only let them go find somewhere else to work. By that time, it's such a network of hurt and pain, you can't outrun it. And that's what I'm trying to stress people to understand, So it's not just the point of let someone go somewhere else to work. It's such a network of infringing upon other people's civil liberties that it's like you can't outrun it. You can't just go somewhere else. It's not that easy. It's like, when cops say to women, you just leave. You can't just leave. Just like you can't build a business without a foundation financially, you can't leave a situation without a foundation. If you try to go to social services and you're a woman with a baby and they don't want to help you, don't think just because you think social services would help a woman with a baby, why wouldn't they? Their social services doesn't necessarily mean they will. I've heard some cases and I've had friends who work for social services, okay? Fathers with kids with women that ran off as drug addicts, okay? I've heard the worst cases, scenarios of stories that you would swear would be unimaginable to the point where it just can't be true, because these are just not the things you hear about. Because you're not gonna hear about these stories. They're that fucking true. This is how much they want the narrative to be believed, that these things just are so impossible to be believed. Because they're never put out there enough for people to see and believe. But from friends of mine who have worked at social services and quit, both in Orange and Sullivan County, and in the system itself, mental health and justice alike, I could tell you things beyond your realm of imagination. He swears like, nah, we'd hear about this on the news. No way, you're bullshitting. No, it's that very reason that you're not hearing it on the news that's being kept away from your kids' eyes and ears and yours as well. Social services is there to make it look like it's doing something, but it's put there to for for your eyes to see like people are being helped. But not everybody that goes in that fucking building is getting the help you think they are. And that's dead on. And I'm not bullshitting. I'm from New York. I would know as equally as anyone else who's been through the system. Why would I? What? I have nothing to gain to lie when I'm trying to help people. I'm not getting a check lying about social services. I have no money coming through. I don't want that. I don't want someone's misery to pay my funds for my hurts. No, it's not. I can understand where you would not even want to believe that. Because you would swear, as angry as I was and have been in the last 3 years, with all that's happened, you'd swear I'd want a chunk of change out of all that. Well, guys, despite what most people may think, act, believe, and do, listen, guys, just because I may not feel that way now, if I want to sue them, if there's a way I can, sue CRMC, sue Louisville Health, if there's every way I can. I'm not saying if I want to change my mind, if I know that I had a concrete case, if there is, I'm not saying I won't do it. If I change my mind, I have a right to change my mind. It's called free thinking. I can do that. I have the freedom to do it. I'm just saying I'm keeping the options on the table for me. And just like every American should have the right to keep the options on the table for keeping themselves happy. But here's the thing, in an area like Sullivan County, I'm not so sure I would want to throw the lawsuit here. Because the thing about the lawsuit in Sullivan County, like I said in my last video you saw, you might have seen before this one getting put out, the reluctance of wanting to do it in Sullivan County, just by how many lawyers I tried to call after being tortured from CRMC. None of them would take the case. And one thing I didn't mention in that last video to that guy on the phone with me was, I told Mary Gray I was ready to lawyer up before I started trying to call them. And she was already there talking to hospital lawyers before that. That's one thing I had forgotten to mention. In that last video, that was the one thing I forgot to mention. That was the one thing. So by forgetting to mention that, I might have confused an entire audience of people on that last video. He's calling them out LOL. That last video. Yeah, I forgot to tell that guy. I told Mary Gray I was ready to lawyer up, and she was already talking to hospital lawyers. So before I picked up the phone and called that one, she probably already had the whole bar in Sullivan County notified, saying, don't take this guy's case. Hey, man. That's the thing about Sullivan County lawyers and the justice system and the mental health system. It is set up to screw the average individual just by the simple fact that what do you do when they're lying and you can't tell the truth to defend yourself? You can't do anything. Now, a lot of the cops I speak to in person, whether I'm in custody or not, a lot of them are decent. A lot of them I actually watch Alex Jones. They've told me. Like one specifically, Stady I talked to in person. I wasn't in custody or anything, but I talked with him. Just I was helping some friends move from Youngsville to Liberty, and he was just talking with them. He was talking to them and talking to me too. And as he got realizing who I was from 2013, from when I broke out of the hospital, he realized who I was now. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are now. Okay." And he was in the whole, and he realized. I said, "Well, I don't see," and I said to him, "I don't see where one. We were talking about kids and raising kids and all that." And I said, "I don't see where the 1, 2, 3 system messes kids up." And he agreed because he's in his 30s, as Scott. Not cool with me. As far as how I talked to him, he talked to me. And one thing he said was, the thing about kids is they're giving too many pills and less discipline. Now, at the end of the day, because I know, I mean, we can all get mad at cops all we want, but they have to eat and live too. Because somebody eventually somewhere has to choose whether or not they want to become a cop. No one's ever not going to choose not to become a cop. Because if that happened, I actually am convinced if every human being chose not to become a cop, we'd eventually have machines in replacement. And I don't think anybody wants that. I would rather have a human being with a soul as a cop than a machine with a CPU. That's my opinion. I'm just thinking if there was ever a, a time where human beings just refuse to become cops, there could possibly be, just hypothetically, machine cops. And I don't think, just by the stupid Pat Labor anime cartoons we've seen when we were kids and all the other crap growing up, I don't want to see that. Just because all the shit that I saw growing up, we all seen it on movies and cartoons. I just don't want to possibly see it. Just because that kind of shit was on cartoons and that it was on movies. Just for the fact that thought was out there, just the imagination part of it. I don't want to see the possibility of it maybe coming true. No, I would rather see human cops on the streets fighting crime. That's me. Because at least with a human, you can talk to them like a human. Whether you want to be a dick or a person. And a lot of people in Sullivan County, as far as the cops that I talk to, unless you're a dick first, a lot of cops I've dealt with are very nice guys. Stadies, Liberty, regardless, they're nice. Unless you come off acting like an ass. I never had any problems as far as talking to them, even when they were taking me in custody. I was laughing and joking with them. Remember for those of you that remember my story from previous times from 2013, I was laughing. I told the cop that him and I were talking about the 1, 2, 3 system and how it was essential to how old-fashioned discipline was essential to his upbringing and mine, and how he said pills were not the answer, and how he watches all the Alex Jones stuff. And I was telling him how the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, now that how the same people that are creating the drugs are putting mustard and glutamate in your turkey and Soylent Green in your Mickey D burgers. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right." He agreed with me. But the screwed up thing is, at the end of the day, even though I know because I've talked with cops on a personal level, even when they're I'm not gonna mention their names because I'm not gonna do that to them, because I really like some of these cops I've talked to, even the ones I did know by name, even the ones I'd known long before I was a public intelligence analyst. And a lot of these cops I've met in person and dealt with, even ones that had to arrest me and didn't want to. This was even before I was a public intelligence analyst. They said, there are moments where we have to get in situations and we don't want to be in these situations. But it's our job and we have to, because just like when you don't want to do say for example, there's a thing you don't want to do at a job you work at. Say for example, you're working at McDonald's and you don't want to clean the grill because it looks ugly. You have to do it because you have to get paid. And you need to do it because it's essential to keeping your job. Well, same things apply to us and arrests. Our jobs are not solid completely, because even though they say we have a union and all this and that we can always fight keep our jobs and blah blah blah. Like if we get fired, we can fight to keep it. Well, the thing is, if you're a cop, they said this one guy was saying to me, I'm withholding his name. He said to me, this was a long time ago. He said to me, if you're a cop, if you do the wrong thing, like tread all the wrong ways, he's like the thing about it is you can be good, but if you be too good to the point where it's disrupting things, and I can only say it to you like that, and that's how he said it to me. If you're wanting to be so good, disrupts things in such a way. I mean, that doesn't mean like being good that he can't be good. That's not what he was saying. But what it means is, if you have to be balanced, is what he was saying. Like yin and yang. You know, it's like you have to keep things going steady, afloat, balanced, and right, so everybody, in a sense, is happy. And if even let's say the people you're dealing with on the street ain't happy enough, you at least have to make the job you're doing, like make sure you have to do it right. You're not gonna make everybody happy all the time, is what he was telling me. But as long as it goes smooth, your partners and your fellow officers don't get hurt, and you do everything you can to make sure everybody else doesn't get hurt, whatever you're doing, depending on whatever situation you're responding to. It depends, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's complicated to be a cop. But somebody has to choose to want to do it. Because I personally am glad that human beings are still choosing to be cops. Like I said, rather state trooper than Terminator. I would prefer state trooper or human liberty village cop. Or whatever. State trooper, sheriff, village, not Terminator. Not Pat Labor. Nothing like that. But these are the things that I think about. Because a lot of, I tried to, what I was trying to do there, guys, is explain as much as I could to you without saying too much of what this cop said. Because the thing is, you gotta be careful what you're told by these guys. Where even if you say it and not say the name, anyone, you don't understand. Being a cop, if you say something to someone, even if you don't mention anybody's name, things can get narrowed down, man, very easily, even if a name's not mentioned. But the thing is, the cops themselves that I deal with in Sullivan County, they're not the scenes that you see on YouTube. I never saw a scene on YouTube happen out here where someone throws something down off their person and they get shot randomly. That's not happened in Sullivan County that I've seen, and I've lived up here since age 21. I'm gonna be turning 35 after this month. You know, so July 17th, 35 years old. A couple months after that, we'll be ready to do the radio show. So I just want to give you guys a cop understanding of how I've dealt with cops, and just a little something to talk about. Oh, and before we go into the break, I just want to let you know I am going to be playing a couple of Polar White songs for you as we go into the break, and then I just want to let you all know, I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, I want to talk about so much with you right now. So much I want to discuss the gun debate versus mental health patients, how I like to spit bullets on that subject. Oh, yes, you don't realize how much I love to spit bullets when talking about mental patients and guns, especially when I'm all for shooting the damn crazy bastard if he breaks into your home. But I'll get into that after the music break. But no less, the thing is, we have to get in the focus of why it is we're Americans. And why it is, we also have to get in the focus that when we know what our rights really are, we'll get an understanding in the second half what the George Carlin perspective of rights. Of honor. Without any further delay, I lost a couple of points along the way as I was talking, so it's goes to show when you don't write anything down, you just get hokey pokey and you get all turned around, and well, that's what he's about, man. Just talking about overall issues that affect everyone all around the world. And let's get some music down pat, and we'll be right back. E for eternity, y'all. Grace.
Yo, Aztec Loco on the beat, Polar the white green wizard, drop that shit.
Revolt against the ties that bind, against the oppressive overseers trying to keep us blind. They want to take what's ours till we have nothing left, and those who ain't trying to hear it, those are truly the deaf. Human beings live in poverty, fight for every last crumb. The people who don't speak up about it are known as the dumb. We want to unify the nation, regardless of race, religion, or station. These times that we living in are truly testing my patience. Political parties, two sides of the same coin, liberal or conservative, yet they're still missing the point. Try to stay focused, look past the task masses. Ain't nothing gonna change till we eliminate the system of classes. Death and taxes, a reality to be sure. Corruption is the cancer and our voice is the cure. Power to the people, not to those who are evil. And I stand with my fist raised till all are considered equal.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat. And some of us get to sit there with notebooks.
Yo, it's time for a change, elevate your mind. No longer do we have to be the deaf, dumb, and the blind. I read books, watch documentaries, love with my heart. I feel the world's running low, it's time for a recharge. It's too many retards working the system against us. Zionists, bankers, Congress, presidents, anyone convinced by a dollar to follow. Where greed fills their minds, but their hearts are hollow. Yeah, it's Christopher Barlow, that's Polar the White. Red flag me on the list, so my soldiers unite. Together we fight peacefully and consciously, or the violence ignites. I fear no nightmare, cause I'm a soldier of Christ. Let me repeat that again so you can hear me twice. I fear no nightmare, cause I'm a soldier of Christ.
They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right.
Yeah, JJ Beats official, Anno Domini. And this right here is Polar the White, 2014.
World spinning fast, like tape stuck on fast forward. There's no real turning back, there's no real turning back now. And all of these mistakes we live wanting to erase. Like beasts in a cage, wanting to escape.
These mistakes that I made from the past to the present reflect on my decisions. Some are made without precision. Am I losing myself or am I losing my religion? I say this place we live in could surely use improvement, but it's me that needs a change. I cannot expect the things the same to ever revolve around me, shackled and chained, shamed and pain. Figure the demons that somehow believe in, they capture my soul, but I burn them with flames. Polar's a name and my life don't stop. Knocked to the bottom, but I got back up. Stacked with the knowledge, so I won't give up. Even though I feel this world's corrupt, gotta fight on, show both these nuts. Who would I be if I don't give a fuck? Gotta show my son that I got desire, a heart full of will that'll push through the fire. So many people, man, live in neglect. Let's show them that we're equal, give them respect. Life has a sequel, so what you expect? Why live in the shadows when you can't ascend?
World spinning fast, like tape stuck on fast.
No regrets, man, live your life, man.
There's no real turning back, there's no real turning back now.
Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow.
World spinning fast, like tape stuck on fast.
No regrets, man, live your life, man.
There's no real turning back, there's no real turning back now.
Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow. Now that beast in his cage, he done ripped apart the wires, pulled himself through with fresh wounds, eyes of crimson fire. You would have seen him, you may relate to his struggle. No means to be accepted by wild ways and all his troubles. Don't act like y'all are perfect, cause together we are sinners. But God gave us grace, forgiveness, so we can be as winners. But yes, he gave us poverty, a life full of anomalies, a challenge, only real men will step up to the ceremony. You chose the path that you walk, I chose the path that I'll fight. Reaching heaven after hell for every moment that I died. And every tear that I cried kept the darkness locked inside. Until I finally seen the way that I need to live my life. I still say fuck the government, I still don't trust the cop. I still sip me a cold one, but I'm getting closer to the top. Who I was in the past is still a part of my future. You can take the boy out the hood, but can't take the hood out the suture. No regrets, man, live your life, man. Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow. No regrets, man, live your life, man. Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow. I had a dream the other night that done turned nightmare. I envisioned I've been living in a place that didn't care. Walked past a man in rags with both his hands extended. I went to pick him up, but the police beat him senseless. I couldn't move to help, the world was spinning fast. Closed my eyes and opened up to only see the last. Seen the Morgans and the Chasers, Rothschilds and the Masons, Bill Gates with vaccinations that dirtied up their faces. I could see through their flesh that their hearts weren't content. Like back in Occupy when the bankers down the tents. The people's voices shouted while the tear gas surrounded every inch of oxygen, trying to chop down the mountain. These lines are too strong, though the war can't be killed. We in a moment of no return, no turning it back on our will. My nightmare began to change, my energy was growing. My hope for humanity erected like a totem. No regrets, man, live your life, man. Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow. No regrets, man, live your life, man. Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow. No regrets, man, live your life, man. Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow. No regrets, man, live your life, man. Don't weep in sorrow, live for tomorrow.
And those tracks were by Polar the White, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite truth rapper. The first truth rapper well, the only one so far that I ever interviewed on the E for Eternity show ever. And yes, I do give much thanks to Eva for that, and I'm very sorry for that falling out between her and I, and very much in regret over that. And at this point, I don't give a damn who started it. She'll blame me. I don't care anymore. I hope to God that one day, just to have the friendship back. I hope one day there'll come a time when Eva and I will at least speak again. And we can just put bad things away. I also have some good news to report. Upon the music break, I had received a call from my mother at Vassar Brothers and received a good report that she has gotten her checkup and she is cancer-free! Alright! So, no more operations, no more nothing. She went for her checkup and Mother Eternity's no turning back. So it just seemed how, I didn't even know that upon picking those two songs at that moment as that song was playing, as I was playing that song, even though this was all pre-recorded and I play the music as if the show is recording as I'm planning it. As you think you're hearing it as it's going on, I do it like that just so I can get the feel of it. This song, the last track, NTV 2014, even though it's 2015, Deaf, Dumb, and Blind, and is my mom's favorite song by Polar the White. I'll never forget that show. I'm gonna post that in the link as that archive it from mass media. Because my mom just couldn't wait to steal the show when she heard that show be played. Because I put on speakerphone so mom could participate. Because she kept joining the show back and forth. She just loved Paul the White. I think that's where we pretty much she really capitalized on the name that she really didn't want to take at first. Because I kind of gave her the name Mother Eternity, and Eva gave her the name Mom E, because Mom hyphen E, capital E, Eternity, and when she so much loved the Paul the White show. I mean, that was the first time ever when the E for Eternity show, when everybody was in on that. I mean, yeah, oh man, just about every host, not every host, but enough of us. I mean, Eve and I were having fun. James Denning was taking part in it. Dennis Ford, I think, was trying, but he couldn't make his phone work. Lee Peer jumped in again. I think he jumped in last week, too, when Governor Wildstar and his wife joined in. But I think that was the show prior to Paul the White. But yeah, he joined in on that, too. But yeah. But yeah, Renegade jumped in. He had fun with us. It was just so much fun, and yeah, it was Paul the White, which was the first time we ever went into overtime. Because there were so many times that we had the option of going in overtime, we just didn't because the flow wasn't there, But when Paul the White joined us, the flow was there. I don't know how long in overtime we actually went in, but that was the best show because it was fun. Everybody was there. Green Wither jumped in. I mean, and I think that was like because there was an overtime. I think I mean, I always have fun with my guests, no matter how serious the show, no matter how much I love getting their voices out, whether it be Kitty Wolf, whether it be Renee Fitzgerald, in an attempt to get more exposure on behalf of Marvin Gaye, especially getting Kitty Wolf and Scott for Andrew. God, I love that kid. I never even met the guy yet. God, I love that kid. I wish I could talk to the kid, but there's some way. Man, it breaks my heart that I can't reach out to him. But I can tell you right now, no matter who's at, I mean, all the shows we've ever done, whether it been James with the first show we did, when the E3 Attorney show first went to Blog Talk, every E3 Attorney show, when it actually got serious, when it went from a ranting show to a Facebook show that took guests, even when it just went from ranting to talking to actual people. So that's what I wanted it to go for more than anything. Just a regular, average Joe or Jane. It doesn't matter because from the time when I first interviewed Governor Wildstar on my front porch, oh man, I'll never forget that archive. Governor Wildstar still got that one. Oh, and I think I do somewhere too. But then when the Augsburg broke in on the mix and really got it started, then Lady Darkstar, I got so excited with talking to her. I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun talking to her, just being on the phone with her. She had such a beautiful voice. I just wanted to talk more. I mean, I screwed up because I didn't give her a chance to really capitalize on talking on nothing on blanks, which is what I was there to let her do. I just had such an awesome energy. Like, I felt energy come from her spirit over the phone. It's like, I wish she was there to do the show with me. Because she's such an awesome person. I remember talking to her. So when I didn't get to talk to her like I wanted to, it's like I've had Darkstar withdrawals. Now that sounds almost blasphemous as far as to anyone that doesn't understand how, hey man, it's just a name. she was really wonderful, and I'm sorry that screwed up. You know, in these past 3 years, man, I've stumbled and I've fallen and I've risen and I'm grounded, but you know what? Until I'm dead, I'm never gonna die. For eternity has no end. And I'm sorry, but y'all may think this sounds a little, I don't know, full of it. But I'm not saying this because it has anything to do with me. The actual name Ian itself, forget about me for a minute. Take me out of this name for a minute, because there's more Ians than me. The name Ian, in its actual biblical context, means a gift from God. Now, I'm not saying anything except the name itself means that. And that's all I want to do is do good by people. So when I think of gift from God, I'm not thinking of myself as angelic, avatar, Christ-centered, ready to roar. Listen, all I'm thinking of myself as being is just, hey man, it's a regular guy who just wants to help people out, you know? Gives a media source that wants to give people their voice back and raise voices. But that's not being your brother's keeper by giving people an outlet. And you're like, yo, here's something for you if you want to use it to say, hey man, this is what happened to me. And you're just a regular person and no one else will give you that chance. Your local paper won't give you that chance. Your town magazine or whatever. Hey man, here's something for you to use if you want to use it. I mean, so many people have used it. Regular people. My bro from The Voice of Idaho, I think his name was Michael, one of my original guests on the YouTube version, the Facebook version of the Eat Free Train Show on the actual Facebook page. He capitalized on it. I think he changed the name from Voice of Idaho to something else. But yeah, Becky is still my friend on Facebook, his girlfriend. But yeah, Augster introduced me, I think, to her. Yeah, I think that's how that worked out. Ken Scott, another guy, took advantage of what I had. It wasn't much, but it was enough for him to have to use. And these things that are available to people to use, they can do themselves and make themselves, of course, but those that don't really know or are not very computer savvy, I'm not very computer savvy neither, but I met people through other people on social media. Like, I met a guy named Genesis who helped me build a Facebook page. And through meeting people, I've ended up with admins, like Auguster, who was my first Facebook group show member, who took on the admin position, introduced other admins to the page. We just recently added Daniel Battle, who helped me out, re-adding me after I had some nervous breakdown with some bullshit. But yeah, Genesis built the page for me. And also, when I actually had a YouTube situation with my past account, next thing we know, he makes me another one. Doesn't even charge me. Friendship. And these are people I never met in person that stayed their hand to lift me up. When I wanted to quit doing this, I don't know, what was it, 3 weeks ago? Who reached out to me on the night I was ready to split? Outlaw, who has his own blog talk show. See, these are the people that you would swear wouldn't give a frig because they never met you in person. When you have souls out there that never met you, that want to see you rise, you gotta believe there's people like them who want to see you rise, who put their shows out there for you, to help you, to help you understand you have a voice too, and you deserve to be heard. So when I do this, I ain't selling you something I ain't got. I'm giving you something that I have, a voice. And if I can talk, if you can speak, or if you can type, text, or speak, it's what we're here for, to lift each other up. So now we're going to get into the gun debate, because that's what I wanted to discuss before, and here's the thing. How is it Now we understand this subject, and I know you all know this. I know you all know this, that every time that they want to get strict on guns, and as Eric Holder has said once when he was younger, brainwash people and think about guns differently. Well, naturally, they have to do it through brainwashing. They want to always use a crazy guy that takes pills that has a gun. You want to know what they're also doing? And I'm sure enough of you know this. I don't know how much this has been really talked about. A lot of the reasons why ADHD was a reason to be had, the more people that they put on pills, the less people armed in America. That was actually what I heard from someone. It actually makes sense, because the more kids, you say, let's throw a decade, the 60s. I don't know how long ADHD really has been around. I mean, I knew it was around when I was growing up. But put a couple decades back. Let's say the 60s. We'll just say hypothetically, I don't really know this. We'll say the 60s had ADHD too. We'll just say that, just for fuck's sake. We'll say in the 60s they had Ritalin and all that nonsense. And that was the start of ADHD. And they started it there, we'll say, to put people on pills to kick off the mental illness, because granted, anyone who's done their research on this doctor who was the leading psychiatrist for it and on his deathbed confession, I mean, granted, he would be a lot more old then, in order for him to die on the bed by now. You can just, again, my math is bad, I'm just throwing ideas. If his deathbed confession said it was faked, and that was never really real any damn way, you know what I'm saying? Putting people on Ritalin for an illness that didn't exist, all the way to now, from the 60s, this doctor would have to be ancient. Figure. You've already disarmed, like, mad people from that time, because according to law, mental patients, and at least I don't know in every state, but I know in New York State, if you're mentally ill, you're not allowed to own a damn gun. I don't know how it is in every state in New York, but in New York State itself, if you're mentally ill or have mental disabilities, you're technically, I guess, not supposed to own a firearm. So how it is everywhere else, I'm not sure. But the more people they put on pills, at least in New York State, the less the chance of someone owning a firearm. That's why you'd have a better chance of seeing the real Elvis somewhere in New York State than you actually would have a chance of being mentally ill and owning a firearm legally. So this is how I'm understanding it now, because it seems to me like I want to understand, this is all part of the plot. You know, it all goes together. It's all made from the same bowl of wax. You know, disarm the American people, and what you can't take away with mental illness, you don't let a good crisis go to waste. So when Hurricane Katrina happened, you go down there, you send in the fucking military, like when Rob Dew, when he did that report again, went on Mike Adams' report, Health Rangers' old report, when he did that, took that call from that soldier, when he mentioned what they did back in Hurricane Katrina, and they talked about that, and Rob Dew emphasized on that report all over again, just letting people know they did that just to see if they could get away with it, and that was done under the Bush administration, the son. Okay? So what they won't take away with pills, they'll take away just with the military. And this is the very things that people just ain't caring to prepare for, it's looking like. Because here's what I felt like yesterday, okay? I went to Mobil, I bought a pack of cigarettes, okay? Now, guy was in the store. I saw he had lots of money. He had some he could buy a cigarette walking for $1. He had like $50 on him. But see, here's the thing. I'm not a dick when it comes to finances and people. Listen, I know what state I'm in. I'm in the Empire State, alright? I crack this joke all the time about New York State. In the Empire State, the Republic done went when the Ewoks got extinct. There ain't no Republic in New York no more. The Death Star is being constructed somewhere. But I ain't going looking for the fucker, because that's probably what the FEMA camps are gonna be in. And they're probably gonna set that shit where nobody can jump the fuck out and escape. Because I ain't damn sure ain't jumping in space if they fuck up with some idea like that. So with that all being said, oh, wouldn't that be a burger? Having a FEMA camp in outer space and can't nowhere get the fuck out. Oh, that Death Star in fucking Star Wars was actually an idea that they were just throwing there. Nobody fucking thought that was actually being a FEMA camp. Oh boy, I'm just saying that wouldn't that be some fucking shit? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? I'm just saying that's stupid to think about, but if it wouldn't that be crazy? FEMA Star. Yo, wouldn't that be gnarly? That idea we saw in the first Star Wars movies was actually the first subliminal message for a FEMA camp. That'd be crazy if they ever put prisoners in there and launched that fucker and nobody was getting out. Oh yeah, that would be nuts. But just saying, I know that's stupid, but I think that's crazy. I mean, yeah, you're hearing it from me first. I think it's crazy too. But I just think it would be one pretty wigged out storyline if they ever want to do like a prequel to Star Wars around, because it's supposed to be a long, long time ago, a galaxy far, far away. So if they want to do a prequel to Star Wars, let's say this planet, 2020, going into the Star Wars legacy, I think that'd be a good idea. Like, where was Earth and all that shit? I think that'd be a good idea. If they want to make a Star Wars idea from Earth's perspective, like, here was Earth before those stories even happened. Obi-Wan and all that shit. I think that'd be cool. But that's my idea. So going back to what I was saying before. But anyway, here's the thing. This guy he had money. He could have afforded his own damn pack. Anyone could have been a dick to this dude. But I'm not like that, because here's the way I understand it. Just because you have $50 in your pocket doesn't mean you can take that $50 that might be needed for a bill and just taking out a pack of cigarettes, you might need to pay your electric. And I understand shit, man. I understand addictions. Well, if people can't afford to have it, they shouldn't be doing it. Are you a smoker, motherfucker? Oh, I got friends. Okay, that's very nice. I'm very proud of you, you fucking jerky bastard. God, I can't stand motherfuckers that talk like that. Motherfuckers that treat people like that because they don't have friends. I just want to run smack motherfuckers that talk like that. But I can't do that. It's like, you want to depend on your friends, but you don't want to be a friend to someone else. God help him if he didn't have no friends like that brother didn't have no friends. And I was saying to the guy, hey man, I saw you had, I turned around and said, hey man, I just want you to know, as I was pulling out my back, I said, hey man, I just want you to know, man, you ain't got to give me $1. You don't got to give me $1 at all. Don't worry about it. I'm not that kind of person. Just because someone has money, they got bills to pay. If you could have afforded a pack of cigarettes, I believe you would have got it. Here's a cigarette, bro. And then a friend of his popped up and said, oh, can I have one? I knew she had money. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you want people to receive you, no, yeah, okay, there's the people that take advantage of your kindness. There's the people that will fuck with you. But then there's the God that will receive you when this whole hellish planet blows over. That's my way of thinking. That's the way I observe things. So I said to the guy, hey man, here, take it, man. Believe me, I understand finances. If you had bills to pay. You can't afford a pack of cigarettes just because you say you got $50. I'm cool with that. And he had to get a haircut too. I don't know what he had to get a haircut for. Maybe the guy had to get a job. It's not my business to know his business. He asked me for a favor. I granted. So I walked with him like to the freaking wherever he was going, like past wherever he was going. And I said to him, I'm like, hey man, so where you coming from? He goes, he told me he just got out of prison and all that. Kind of opened it up a little bit, and I said, so, hey man, what do you think about martial law if it ever comes? And he told me, basically, ain't nothing he can do about it. Well, I guess if you've been in prison for such a long time, you kind of get that mindset. If you're in a situation, you can't do nothing about it. And I guess when you're in prison, you're conditioned to think that way in a sense. I don't know, maybe you are. So with that all being said, he says to me, what could you possibly do? Why get yourself all stressed out and frustrated over something you can't change? What's one thing you could do to change it? And I tried to talk to him, and I could see he was getting to that point where he was saying to me too much because he wasn't letting me talk. He was kind of cutting me off without letting me speak to come up with a solution. So I just said it to him like this. Zendikar TV, YouTube channel, Daniel Lewis Crumpton. Just look up Zendikar TV YouTube channel. And just watch the stuff. That's the best way I can explain it to you. Because if I try to open my mouth, I can tell you right now, you're not going to listen. So watching is the best way. Just remember this, brother. Revolution is evolution. Alright, well, I got to get my haircut. Alright, man. Peace. And that's all I can say to him, because I figure if he's going to do anything, he's going to either watch Zendikar TV on YouTube channel, or he's just not going to do anything at all. Hey man, if you've been in prison for a while, I'm not going to say how long he was there. I don't even remember the guy's name. I just know if he's going to do anything with anything, he's either going to look it up or not. Some people just, they don't want to be bothered with that. They've been sitting in prison for so long, they just can't stand the idea of possibly going back. Or doing anything to possibly go back. And you know what? Can anyone truly blame someone who's been hurt for so long? He's been hurt. Now, I really don't, I mean, I know, I go on these points for a long time. Now, I can't really remember, as I mentioned, how long he was there or not. I really don't remember. But this is the thing. With the gun debate, here's my whole thing with the gun debate. Mental patients in the gun debate. Any mental patient that breaks in your home, here's the thing. I'm a certified freaking nut, according to my mental health record. I can tell you better than any psychiatrist. Any crazy person that marches into your home will hurt you and your family. You want any of you Christians that aren't going to like what I'm about to say? Well, here's your own scriptures used against you. Anyone who refuses, that does not defend their family is worse than a non-believer, an infidel. It's in your own dang New Testament. Where is it? Look it up. Do your research. So here's it. Any crazy guy or gal or crazies that go in your home ready to kill you and your family, shoot the friggers. Shoot the friggers. Just blow them all away. Then call the cops, because 911 and police officers can't always get there as fast as you want them in the middle of a situation where, oh yeah, okay, you can say, Daddy, I lay down my life for my wife and kids. Well, then you're no good till I'm dead. You see what I'm saying? I'm all for killing a crazy person, whether they go on their pills or not. And I'm sorry, I'm not for the psychiatrist or the mental health perspective of dealing with mental health people when they break in and commit crimes, saying, oh, they just need the pills and a psychiatric center. No, they need a grandmaster lesson from Smith & Wesson is what they fucking need, as they're going in there trying to kill people. My idea behind mental health meds is not the same as anybody else's. Especially if any series of mental illnesses usually starts with ADD and ADHD, because if it starts there, it all started then with a mental illness that didn't exist. So if anyone gets their mental illness started with ADD and ADHD, it got started by some Fruit Loop doctor that made something up to screw people up. So we started kids out as drug addicts from any age from 4, 3, and forward. So we have generations worth of drug addicts, of legalized pharmaceutical drugs that are not crazy ass fucking adults. Thankful to God, I didn't turn out as bad as I could have. Because God forbid if I ever did, I could be worse than I am. But make no mistake, it's on my file that I always was. Because I was so sarcastic about my so-called mental illnesses all throughout my life because I always knew better. And people dealing with me that hated my guts, the fact that I wouldn't conform to the idea that I knew for a fact I wasn't as crazy as they were trying to drill me in my head that I was. And that I would not accept a original freaking brand of, Ian, you're this, that, and the other thing, and I'll say, no, I'm fucking not, and I will not accept something that is not true, for that will be accepting a lie, and if I'm supposed to serve a God of truth, last thing I'm going to do is accept that which is not true. And because no psychiatrist or therapist ever liked that statement of truth coming from me, whether I was 5 or 33, they just put the shit on document for me, even when I wouldn't sign the shit. Or they would bully me into signing it and saying, we're not going to release you unless you sign this. Yeah, they'll hold your discharge over your head unless you agree to sign certain things. Yeah, they won't let you out unless you agree to sign this about yourself. So, if you will not sign any untruths or half-truths, which is just as bad as a whole lie, regarding you and your mental illness, they just won't let you out of the damn hospital. Yeah, they'll use that fucking tactic because they have that power over you, because once you're in a psych ward, you have no goddamn rights. You're a goddamn piece of pork. And if they want to treat you like bacon, they can. Yeah, if anything, they'll treat you like a voodoo doll just because it's fun for them and they can get away with it. And none of these guards or these staff or these doctors, they don't get charged. They just don't. And I always recommend this, and I'm going to leave this for you all to look up. Most shocking psychiatry documentary ever. I'm going to post that link with this video on the ad description of this video, just so y'all have it. So when you see the link with the description of this video, I want you to see psychiatry. And just understand, when they put people through these psychiatric hospitals and all that, that's just something that's randomly used, sometimes on normal people, to take away civil rights in America. Especially if it's done in America, if it takes away your Second Amendment right, places like New York, and so on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm terribly sorry if this show was not as good as any other show I might have done in the past, but there's so much I wanted to share with you and talk about, but I know I gotta cut myself off, because I'm gonna get too much into this. I don't want to give you too much more than you can handle. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope to do another E for Eternity show soon. YouTube. And I'm looking forward to having more to discuss on, definitely on the 9/11 show. And I'm definitely going to hope to have a panel of people to really launch a nice, factual, awesome 9/11 show this year, just for everybody to take part in. And I would love it to be peaceful, even though I know if it gets as heated as I think it's going to get, maybe it will. Till then, let's hope for a good show for next week. And all y'all, peace. Keep it returning, y'all.